Hello and welcome back to Tip the Footy, the site that is more than just tips. So yesterday we had a mixed bag of results, proving once again that football really is a cruel mistress, particularly when there's a couple of quid on it. So we start our roundup of yesterday's fixtures. Ivory Coast versus the Algeria, that actually came in for us. Our bet of the day came in at 5-4 for both teams to score. It's always nice when the bet of the day comes in. In our treble, the Crusaders and Brombury both had pretty easy results. They came in pretty nicely. And Aberdeen were all but sure to bring in the treble until they conceded in the 93rd minute, causing them to win 2-1 and ruin our handicap. The 2.57 to 1 treble unfortunately went down due to Aberdeen's inability to keep the clean sheet. With regards to our suggested goal scorers, Naeem Sleety managed to score for Tunisia. He was priced at 4-1. That worked out reasonably well as a suggestion, but obviously the bet of the day being the one that we can hang our hats on this occasion. So on to today. This is one of our games we're going to be focused on. It's Hearts versus Dundee United, and it's on BT Sport this evening if you're in the UK. If you're not, you'll probably be able to find a stream somewhere. If you haven't got BT Sport, you'll probably be able to find a stream somewhere, to be fair. So it's the Scottish League Cup, sponsored by Betfred. Now I've always quite liked Hearts. They did struggle, however, at the end of last season. Their last 6 competitive games without a win, including 4 straight defeats, and only 1 win in the last 5 games. Dundee, however, Dundee United, they took part in probably the most awful penalty shootout of recent memory after they played St Mirren in the relegation promotion playoff in Scotland to try and get into the Premiership. They were unlucky not to get there, but they lost just 2-0 on penalties, which I missed 4. So it wasn't a very good penalty shootout, really. I mean, imagine watching that. Dundee have former Hearts manager Robbie Nelson in charge as well. They're looking pretty strong and have signed Lawrence Shankland, who had 24 goals in the Championship last year for Ayr. So Dundee are being written off by the bookies by the looks of things, and I think that would be a mistake. I don't think Hearts are in a particularly good run of form, although it's early, and obviously this is the first of the new season, but you know, if they start like they finished, they're not going to be as clear favourites as the bookies seem to think. And but we'll talk more about that when we get to the actual tips. The other games we're focusing on come from Ireland, and in the Irish Premier League, Derry take on UC Dublin. Now the head-to-heads, actually UC Dublin have had the best of it over the past 5 games. Derry are 5th with 2 games in hand, over behind 4th place St Patrick's. They are also 23 points higher than UC Dublin. UC Dublin lost their last 7 in a row away and have only won once in the last 14 away games. Their away league form is actually 10 defeats from 10 games, and they've only scored on 3 of those occasions. The Irish Division 1 is where we shift focus to, and it's Shelbourne versus Cabinteely. Shelbourne's run is 9 wins and 1 loss in the last 10 home games. They've scored in 11 straight home games and they're top of the league by 5 points. And they've not beaten Cabinteely though since 2017. Cabinteely have scored in 4 of the last 5 head-to-heads and scored in 8 of their last 10 away. They're 4th in the league, currently 1 point behind 3rd, and they've won 5 of their last 8 in the head-to-heads. The next game we're looking at is Wexford Youths. They take on Galway. Wexford are bottom and Galway are second bottom, so there's a potential there for it to be a bit of a goal fest or a ball fest, depending on how you look at it. There's only Wexford Youths have only got 9 points from the 19 games. They've got 2 wins all season. They've conceded 40 times, scoring just 16 times. Galway have lost 6 in a row away from home, but the head-to-heads, they're unbeaten between these two teams for the last 3 games, including a 4-0 win at Wexford in March. Galway have scored 20 times and conceded 28. So on to today's tips. The bet of the day is coming from our game over here in Scotland. It's going to be the Dundee double chance. So that's either Dundee to win or to draw at 13-10 with Unibet currently. I don't think Hearts are going to... I mean, Hearts are obviously favourites, but I think Dundee United really need to be respected in this game, and I expect Dundee to start pretty well this season, and I think that they won't get beat here tonight, I don't believe. For the more adventurous, Dundee United is 15-4 with Bet365 to win the game outright. Onto the treble, we're going to go for Derry to win. Shelbourne versus Cabinteely to be both teams to score. Galway double chance, so again Galway, who are away at Wexford, to win or draw. So the double chance for Galway, that's 2.22 to 1 currently with Betway. Now in the suggested market, we're looking at scorers. We think Lawrence Shankland, he's 15 to 8 currently with Betfred to score at any time, and I think that's got a really good chance of coming in, provided obviously he starts, but he's a pretty dangerous striker, so I think there's going to be definitely a chance for that to come in there. So that's it for today, the 12th of July. We hope that you were on the picks yesterday, and we hope that you get on them again today. Please, if you do enjoy these videos, give us a like, comment and subscribe down below. Stay tuned as well, there's a Phil Coutinho video coming out a bit later on, and some transfer roundup as well. Head over to Twitter, Facebook, go over to the blog to see the article that will accompany the tips. Comment across all social media, share us, follow us, try and help us along the way. That'd be very much appreciated. So as before, like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.